Hello friends, now in unit 16, lecture number 5, standard 12, 16.5, cleansing agent. So this cleansing agent are classified in two ways, that is two types of detergents, that is which is used as a cleansing agent. First is soaps and second is synthetic detergents. Soaps, not soap, is it clear? Soaps. Second is synthetic detergents. So here we have to first switch on towards. First number is, we can select soaps. So here first topic is your soaps. So these soaps are, we can say that, two types of detergents used as a cleansing agent. These improve cleansing properties of water and helps in removal of fats which bind other materials to the fabric or skin. Suppose in a skin or say on a skin or in a, we can say that, fabric material, certain oil drops is present. These oil drops is removed by adding cleansing agent, or say we have to use cleansing agent to remove this type of, we can say that, spot or oil spot, or we can say that on a skin, whatever the non-useful material is there which is stitched on your skin, it is removed by, we can say that, by this method. So here one thing, one reaction is there which is very important. So here glycerine ester of stearic acid. Stearic acid contains 18 carbon, remember 17 plus 1, and here another 1 is there. So here total 18 carbon containing this particular esteric part, remember stearic acid. So here glycerine ester of stearic acid, which is called fat, when it is reacts with 3 moles of sodium hydroxide, and if we heat, okay, at a time sodium stearate is obtained, 3 moles of sodium stearate and glycerol or glycerate is obtained. So it's a very easy, just you see at which particular bond is break. So here just you see H I draw at here. So this O possesses negative charge, H possesses positive charge, and here just you see from here O negative, here also negative, here also negative. So carbon possesses which charge? Positive, positive and positive. So this positive is attached with negative and negative attached with positive. That means hydrogen in a sodium hydroxide, this possesses H plus charge. So they attracted towards O negative of this part, and here they join hydrogen, here hydrogen and here hydrogen, and here C double O and then ONA, ONA, ONA. If positive negative ionization if you carried out, then this reaction become very easy, and then you have to write how many moles they got. Just you see C17H35 COO Na. So 3C17H35 COO Na. This is nothing but sodium stearate, sodium salt of stearic acid. So this is nothing but sodium stearate, and this is ethylene this is glycerol or glycerin, or say propane 1,2,3 triol. This you know very well. So glycerin or glycerol is obtained. So this is a useful, we can say that, informations regarding this soaps. And this sodium stearate is there. It is on, we can say that, upper part and lower part. If we heat in a beaker at a time, just you take in a beaker glycerin or say this fat, and then you have to take 10% sodium hydroxide solution, then you have to heat it. After heating, we can say that foam is developed. This foam is nothing but sodium stearate, and below side, whatever the material is there, it is nothing but glycerin. So this float or towards, we can say, particular on a beaker, is considered as soap. And this hardness of soap is carried out by adding sodium chloride for the precipitate form, and due to this colloidal form, it is required to add this type of stearic acid. So here another information is also there. Just you write down this reaction and important information regarding soaps. So write down this reaction for 5 times or 6 times. This is a very important, and this is also called saponification. This is also called saponification. So that one later on, but you write down this reaction 5 times, 6 times, and then you write yourself also. So it becomes very easy. Once again I explain, this CH2O minus, O minus and O minus and C double O plus plus plus. So here NaO minus and H plus. Okay, so here which one is there? Sodium oxides. So oxo sodium. Okay, and here H plus is there. So here we can say that sodium hydroxide O negative, which is attached with H plus and H plus uniting completely. So there is no any cramping is required. So you have to remember this formula, and from that you have to write here certain sentences. Instead of sodium hydroxide, if we take potassium hydroxide, then it becomes softer. Okay, that one learn later on, but you write it completely and start this note according to your NCERT textbook. In this particular topic, soaps. Soaps are the detergents used since long, used for cleaning purpose, and are sodium. Their purpose are sodium or potassium salt of long chain fatty acids. For example, stearic, oleic, and thymotic acids. So remember this. So this is all about here soaps. These soaps containing sodium salts are formed by heating fat with aqueous sodium hydroxide solution. This reaction is known as saponification. We already completed this reaction. Just you observe this in a earlier video clip. So just soaps containing sodium salts are formed by heating fat with aqueous hydrosodium hydroxide solution. This reaction is known as saponification. So define saponification. So here you have to write up to this. In this reaction, esters of fatty acids are hydrolyzed and the soap obtained remains in colloidal form. Hydrolyzed, you know this one. In this reaction, esters of fatty acids are hydrolyzed and the soap obtained remain in colloidal form. Okay, so it is precipitated from the solution by adding. How obtain precipitated? Sodium chloride. By adding sodium chloride. The solution left after removing the soap contains glycerol, which can be recovered by fractional distillation. You have to carry out fractional distillation. So here, whatever glycerol is obtained. Only sodium and potassium soaps are soluble in water and are used for cleaning purpose. Because sodium and potassium, you know, in a practical also, sodium and potassium ion, they are soluble in water, and that's why they are used for cleaning purposes. Generally, potassium soaps are soft to skin than sodium soaps. Okay, prepared by, here you have to remember, potassium soaps are soft to skin than sodium soaps. Okay, so you have to remember this one. Prepared by using potassium hydroxide solution instead of sodium hydroxide solution. So here certain information regarding soaps is complete. Now in next we can say that it's important. Here saponification is very important, and precipitated from the solution by adding sodium chloride is important. How this we recover this glycerol? By fractional distillation. This is very important. And another, which is particular, sodium and potassium soaps are soluble in water and are used for cleaning purpose. And generally, potassium soaps are soft, which is particular soaps are soft. So you have to remember, potassium soaps are soft to skin than sodium soaps. Okay, prepared by using potassium hydroxide solution in place of sodium hydroxide. So this is regarding according to NCERT textbook, regarding informations with respect to soaps. Now we see types of soaps in a next in a continued lecture. So make a screenshot. Okay, now here in types of soaps. That is basically all soaps are made by boiling fats or oil spill suitable soluble hydroxide. Variation are made by using different raw materials. You know this one, how soap is prepared, and according to that, suppose there is variation if you carry it out at a time, we can say that different raw materials if you use, then we can say that here types of soaps is here classified So here toilet soaps is there. First is according to NCERT textbook, toilet soaps. It is prepared by using better grade of fats and oils, and care is taken to remove excess alkali. Those alkali is there, we have to remove it. So it is considered as toilet soaps. Color and perfumes are added to make this more attractive. Color and perfumes are also we can added to make this more attractive. Soaps that float in water are made by beating tiny or bubbles before their hardening. Beating tiny or bubbles before their hardening. You have to beat it. Okay, at a time tiny or bubbles before their hardening. Transparent soaps. So here are made by dissolving the soap in ethanol and then evaporating the excess solvent. This is important. Transparent soap is there. So these transparent soaps are made by dissolving the soap in ethanol and then evaporating the excess solvent. So here toilet soap is complete. Here transparent soap is also over. Now medicated soaps. Substances of medicinal value are added. So they contain certain medicinal value is also there. In some soaps, deodorants are added. Okay, deodorants are added. Shaving soaps contain glycerol to prevent rapid drying. यहाँ पे आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा glycerol to prevent rapid drying और से we are not drying but drying. जो स्किन ड्राई हो जाती है वो ड्राई होने से पहले आपको जो ऐड करते हैं उसको क्या कहते हैं ग्लिसरॉल. सो ग्लिसरॉल टू प्रिवेंट रैपिड ड्राइंग. इन एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चन दिस क्वेश्चन मस्ट आस्क मेनी टाइम्स. A gum called rosin is also while making them it forms sodium rosinate. Okay, a gum called rosin is added while making them it forms sodium rosinate which lather well. They produce foam well. When you do your shaving at a time, foam is developed. It is due to sodium rosinate. And prevent drying is according to glycerol. And another is laundry soaps contain fillers like sodium rosinate, sodium silicate, borax and sodium carbonate. So remember this one. So here once again laundry soaps contain fillers like sodium rosinate, sodium silicate, borax and sodium carbonate. So with sodium rosinate, sodium silicate, borax and sodium carbonate, they are used in a laundry soaps. So you have to remember up to this. So here types of soaps is complete, but another information regarding this soap we continue this lecture. But once again we repeat this. Toilet soaps prepared by using better grades of fats and oils, and care is taken to remove excess alkali. Color and perfumes are added to make this more attractive. Soaps that float in water are made by beating tiny bubbles before their hardening. Transparent soaps are made by dissolving the soap in ethanol and then evaporating the excess solvent. Medicated soap, medical containing certain value is added. So substances of medicinal value are added. In some soaps, deodorants are added. Deodorants, you know this one. Certain deodorants name is there to just remove different types of smells. Okay, or the bad odor is just removed by adding deodorants. Shaving soaps contain glycerol to prevent rapid drying. A gum called rosin is also added while making them. It forms sodium rosinate, which lathers well, which produce foam well. Laundry soaps contain fillers like sodium rosinate, sodium silicate, borax and sodium carbonate. So here types of soap is just we continue this lecture according to your NCERT textbook. Make a screenshot. Here in types of soaps, soap chips are made by running a thin sheet of melted soap. If melted soap is there onto a cool cylinder and scraping of the soaps in small broken pieces. You have to cut the soaps in small broken pieces. Soap granules are dried miniature soap bubbles. Okay, soap bubbles is produced, and according to that, we have to add soap granules are dried. It becomes dry. Soap powders and scouring soaps contain some soap scouring agent abrasive, such as powder pumice or finely divided sand. Some we can say crystalline powder pumice or finely divided sand, and builder like sodium carbonate and trisodium phosphate. Remember this name of this builder: sodium carbonate and trisodium phosphate. If this house is made by any builder, so here also one builder is there, and that is in terms of chemicals: sodium carbonate and trisodium phosphate. And these builders make the soaps act more rapidly. So this is a very important information regarding types of soaps and information regarding soaps. So make a screenshot of this, and now we switch on towards our next topic. So we continue this topic, but our topic is according to the NCERT textbook. Why? Okay. Why do soaps not work in hard water? Okay, if in hard water we take these soaps, then they are not work well. So this we have to discuss it here. Make a screenshot of this, and we continue with our next topic. So here, why do soaps not work in hard water? That means if we take hard water, then this soap cannot work. So what is the reason behind it? So here, hard water contains, you already learned in 11th standard, calcium and magnesium ions, Ca+2 and Mg+2 ion. These ions form insoluble calcium and magnesium salts respectively when sodium or potassium salts are dissolved in hard water. That means these ions form insoluble calcium and magnesium salts respectively when sodium or potassium salts are dissolved in hard water. So this reaction is there, simple reaction. Here NaCl is there, so twice Na and Cl. So C17H35 COO twice, and then Ca. So insoluble calcium stearate salt is produced. If you don't know, then you find this just like this way: Ca+2, 2Cl minus, here negative charge, here positive charge, so 2Na plus and 2Cl minus. It gives twice NaCl. And another is C17H35 COO, here twice is there, so twice Ca. This is an insoluble calcium stearate salt. This is ester. Insoluble calcium stearate salt. And insoluble is there due to that these insoluble salts separate as come in water and are useless as cleaning agent. In fact, these are hindrance to good washing because the precipitate adheres on the or stick on the fiber of cloth as gummy mass. Here adheres or we can say stick on the fibers of cloth as gummy mass. Hair washed with hard water looks dull because of this sticky precipitate. This sticky precipitate is responsible for this. Dye does not absorb evenly on cloth washed with soap using hard water because of this gummy mass. Because of this gummy mass, we can say that this hard water, we can say that these soaps do not work in a hard water. So this is all about information regarding question: why do soaps not work in hard water? So remember, what is the constituent in hard water? Which particular ion is present? Calcium ion and magnesium ion is there. These ions form insoluble calcium and magnesium salts respectively, which is given in the reaction. And according to that, this soap when reacts with calcium chloride, it produces or say it gives insoluble calcium stearate, which is considered as soap. These insoluble salts separate as come in water and are useless as cleaning agent. So here, in fact, these are hindrance to good washing because hindrance, that means what, it is not used. Okay, hindrance to good washing because the precipitate stick on the fiber of cloth as gummy mass. Hair washed with hard water looks dull because of this sticky precipitate, and evenly on cloth washed with soap using hard water because of these gummy marks. Remember, this is with soap, not soap. Soap, okay? Soap using hard water because of these gummy marks. So here this is all about why do soaps do not work in hard water. So now we switch on towards next, that is synthetic detergents. Okay, very short.